swear I've read this already, so I don't know if maybe I made a video and didn't upload it, or got interrupted, maybe. I think that may be it. Anyway, okay, so, same journal. Picking up at April 22nd, 2004. It's strange to have someone tell me what my time is worth. I'm looking for feedback, and it helps to remember that your experience is only what you make it, no more, no less. I seem to have a hard time keeping that in mind when the fear creeps in, but I'm not a victim of insecurity, and I don't have to take on the uncertainty of people around me. There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness, and I intend to walk it with grace and composure. It would feel so nice to have a purpose, and I think I'm starting to be able to imagine what it would be like instead of looking back and trying to remember things I think I once had. I'm going to use the power of my imagination to bring it to pass. There's no reason to deprive myself of the happiness I want. I've done that long enough, and I don't want to berate myself for having done it until now. I just want to leave it behind. I'd feel much better if I could look back on it and see that it was necessary. To find out that it helped me in some way. That's my fear at this point, that I've wasted all this time for nothing. Time is the one thing I can't get back, and I could tolerate all the shit I've put myself through over the years if I thought it had served a purpose, helped me to understand. I want to trust that everything happens for a reason, but I'm not so sure anymore. I just want a second chance at being positive about life. Yeah, I swear I've read this. I hope I don't find out that I've already got this video up. It's gonna be a pain. Anyway, April 23rd, 2004. Privacy. I'm beginning to understand the importance of it. I appreciate my need to have a quiet moment with myself when I can. Right now, I feel so peaceful. There is nowhere I'd rather be than right here, right now. The sounds so soothing, muffled and calm. The sunlight filtering through the tree outside my window. What a blessing. Who knew an unobstructed window could be such a luxury? This is what I remember feeling, this anticipation without worry, and without too much thought given to fantasies and expectation. I'm glad for this chance to feel peaceful and serene. I have so much to be thankful for, so many people in my life that I am privileged to know. This is what I get for renewing my faith in the process. My trust that everything will work out in such a way that I get just what I need. Time goes by so much more quickly when it's well used, and I plan to better utilize my time away from here as well. Thank you for the ability to appreciate the talent in others, to spread love and encouragement instead of being closed off, competitive, and insecure. Thank you for making me able to draw life from the passion of others. Maybe I have a purpose after all. Okay. April 23rd, 2004. Again. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can feel myself being imprinted with a memory. I'd like to use this moment as a test to see if I look back at this exact moment at a later date and think of how much better things were back then. It would be interesting to see how I remember this later on. The sunlight flashing and dancing across the page. The line of cars that suddenly disappears. I bet I'll think I was more creative than I really am. More secure, more content. Although the truth is, I do feel pretty good. Despite my habitual envious hindsight I'm plagued with, I'm the closest I've been to being okay with things in the moment for a long time. And I won't stop if it doesn't make sense. I won't stop to censor it or pass a judgment. You can't do anything worth learning from if you're trying so hard to understand it as it comes out. What was that? The act of being observed changes that which is being observed. Something like that. appreciate my mind, and I spent a long time developing it. I spent a long time also cultivating a sense of honesty with myself, a sense of being dedicated to understanding the ins and outs of myself, why I do the things I do, why I think, react, feel the way I do. And my mind now is a powerful thing, but it has been trying too hard to replace everything else. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. I need a sense of balance again. I want to be able to relax and have fun with life like I imagine I once did. And I want to stop being concerned with how I used to be and start focusing on how I want to be now, how I can be. This is a new attitude for me, even being open, really open, to taking responsibility for the whole of who I am, and not just one part. That's a scary thing, but also a very promising idea. It isn't hopeless. I'm beginning to realize that. It is a worthy undertaking, and so I'm not going to give in just yet. Okay, April 27th, 2004. It's a strange thing to think how easily memories get confused. The details fade with time to the point that we need physical reminders to help pinpoint the whens and the wheres. The whys always change anyway. I think I've stopped trying to make sense of the past, stopped trying to use my memories as a reliable source of information about how things really were. Maybe this tendency to let things get muffled is an indication that we're not meant to spend our time looking back. Still, it's hard to find a reason to do the things you do when you don't get to keep them afterwards. Okay, May 13th, 04. A very interesting thing has happened. Suddenly it seems I've regained my ability to become intrigued by new concepts. It feels like I have cast off some of my cynicism, and also I feel much more acceptance from myself and those around me. Those who I've spent so long trying to please, whose opinions of me had come to mean more than my own sense of harmony with my values and beliefs. Maybe this is what it feels like to be truly loved, to be confident in the strength of one's feelings and respect for me, that I feel safe in stepping out of the boundaries of what is familiar, showing enthusiasm for something different. Maybe I'm starting to love myself again. How powerful it is to know that someone loves you deeper than your actions, your interests, your decisions. Okay, May 18th, 2004. All the problems I've been facing boil down to one main issue. I need to lighten up on myself. It always comes out of fear, the anger, the hurt. It comes from placing too much importance in someone else's opinion of me and relying on that someone to prove my worth to me. My sense of self-value and self-assurance is not based in myself at all. It's always so easily overturned the second someone seems to disapprove of me. And as a result, I end up so often preaching and holding on so desperately to my pride. Whatever happened to the time when I saw pride for what it was worth? Not much. Why do I think of things in such a different way now? The answer is obvious. It's hardly a threat. But the solution, now that's another story. It's so easy to say, so hard to believe when you're coming from such a fragile place. Love yourself. Treat yourself with kindness. Why does it feel like surrender to ease off of the constant scrutiny and strain I keep myself under? It's imperative that I turn my focus inward. There's nothing I can do to change or influence others, no matter how pure my intentions may be. The only thing I can control is how things affect me, and I need to reclaim my power over my own self-image and my reactions. Okay, I'm going to stop it there and do another one.